Welcome back. Selena and I have another great area lesson to share with you. This time we're going to be talking about another type of quadrilateral, the parallelogram. And parallelograms are really fun. I love them because they are just they can all look unique. Parallelograms are shapes that have two sets or two pairs of parallel sides. So this is parallel to this side, and this is parallel to this side. So two pairs of parallel sides, and there's no right angles. So you can see that this is an acute angle, and this is an obtuse angle. There's no right angles on a parallelogram. So they're a lot of fun to work with. I do want to bring your thoughts back to what we practiced the other day when we were working on area of a rectangle. We had a couple different ways of finding area of a rectangle. We could count up every square. We could count how many were along the bottom or the base and count how many were along the side or the height. And we could count, like, say 5, 10, 15, 20 across, or 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Or we learned the formula for area of a rectangle is the base times the height. And we found area of a lot of different rectangles using that formula. And that was a lot of fun. Okay, so today we're going to be working with the parallelogram. Selena's distracted because she has a kitten in her lap. The kitten is very sleepy, but it looks very weird for you to see her petting a kitten. I don't know if she'll stay. Okay, so here I have my yellow area material, the parallelogram, sitting out. And we're going to work on finding the area of this parallelogram. So when we look at the parallelogram, we can see that there's a problem. If we were to use our first method, which is counting every square, would we be able to do that? No. Why not?
Because there aren't full squares.
Not all of them are full squares. Like this one's like less than half, and this is just a tiny little one. And so we can't use our first method of counting every square. Also, I see that it would be really hard to count. I mean, I could count easily across this way for my base, but I'm not sure what I would count up on my side. So this presents some new challenges for us. Okay, what I have here is another parallelogram. This one is just divided or broken into two pieces. What I want to show you is that this piece is the same shape, same size, that's congruent, same shape, same size, so that when we do our next work, you trust me that I didn't change it or make it different. Okay, so Selena, is there a way that we can turn this parallelogram into a figure or shape we already know? Oh, look at that. Selena turned our parallelogram into a
Rectangle.
A rectangle. Do we know how to find the area of a rectangle?
Yes.
We could count every square because now they're complete. We could count how many were along the side and multiply it up. Okay, so let's look at what parts of our parallelogram became the parts of our rectangle. This is the base of our parallelogram, or this is the base. If I put the base right up alongside here, I'm going to move it up so you can see. When I put the base along the sides, did it change? No. So the base is the same. This is the height of the rectangle. Let me set this on top. Is the height of the rectangle the same as the height of the parallelogram?
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't change the base and I didn't change the height. So that must mean that the area of a parallelogram is found or is the same as the area of a rectangle if they have the same base and the same height. Interesting. Okay, let's write this formula out. The area of a parallelogram is equal to the base times the height. Oh, I ran out of room. You can believe me that I wrote height there. Base times height. Interesting. So the area of a parallelogram is found by counting up the base and counting up the height and multiplying them, just like we did with the rectangle. Okay, Selena, can you slide that out of the way? Let's show you how to do this follow-up in your journal. So area is in our geometry journal. Look at this. We were working on area of a rectangle, and we did more area of a rectangle, and the 6th graders did a review. And here we are, area of a parallelogram. The hardest part of doing area of a parallelogram work is drawing the parallelogram. Isn't that funny? The hardest part is drawing the parallelogram. I'm going to go ahead and switch us to this other screen so you can see up close. So this will be the hardest part. You're going to, and because we're working with, I want you to do the exact example we did with our yellow material. We're going to do a parallelogram with a base of 10. So I'm going to do a base of 10 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now here's the tricky part. Both bases, both the top and the bottom of that parallelogram are 10. But our height is 5. So I'm going to count down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I don't want to come straight down because that would be a rectangle. I'm going to move over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, when I connect these two endpoints and these two endpoints, I have a perfectly drawn parallelogram. And just like when we divided our parallelogram, we cut off this end and we glued it on this end. I'm going to show that. I'll color it in this little corner right here. You can't see it. You'll see it in the picture. That one became this one over here. Moved it over. And now we have a nice rectangle. There it is. Okay, base equals 10 units. The height equals 5 units. When we solve this using our equation, area of a parallelogram equals base times height. Our base equals 10. Our height equals 5. Selena, what's 10 times 5? 50. And remember, area is always measured in units squared. So there is our answer. 50 units squared. Units squared. Okay, so that you have to draw that in your journal. You have to draw the 10 by 5 and the formula with the answer. And now you get to draw, let's say, at least 3 more parallelograms and find their area. So remember, the way we do that is we draw the top base, and then we draw the bottom base. We can draw the bottom base anywhere, same length. And then we connect those endpoints. And then you can pretend to cut off your end and glue it on the other side, just like that. This one has a base equals 6 and my height equals 3. And so I would do that one there. You can also do one pointed in the other direction. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa, look at that one. That one's pretty cool looking. That one is a base equals 4 and my height equals 3. Pretty cool. Okay, so you're going to continue to draw parallelograms, find the area of them, and fill in the sheet and make it beautiful. I can't wait to see your follow-up for area of, oh, there we go. I can't wait to see your follow-up for area of a parallelogram. I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.